Alright guys, let's hear it. How did we do? The Jordan 1 Hyper Royal, it released on Saturday. How did you guys do? Did you manage to get them? Did you not? Now, of course, you know what happened to me. I already showed you guys over on Instagram. I took an L on this pair of shoes, but of course I did have to get one for an early review. I just never freaking hit Jordan 1s, and I love this colorway so much, but hey, I can't complain too much. We still got a lot of stuff to get into, but yeah, roll call, who got them, who didn't, let me know down in the comment section. So the next one, of course, a little date change. This is gonna be really quick. I did mention it in my review, but the Yeezy 700 Bright Blue, the release has now been changed. Of course, it was supposed to release on Saturday the 17th. If you're wondering like, well, where was it? I didn't get it. I didn't see it. But that's because the date has actually changed to the 24th of April. So look out for this one next weekend. But yeah, let's keep this one moving because we got a really cool Yeezy 350 that is coming up. So take a look at this image right here. They've changed the knit pattern. They have finally changed the knit pattern. It's looking, well, I shouldn't say finally, they've kind of been like tweaking the knit pattern for the past good few years. Anyway, this colorway is called the MX Rock, and look at that. It has got this swirly effect. I guess you could kind of compare it to the MXT Moon Gray Foam Runner, and that's probably what the MX stands for, like mix, the MXT mixture. I don't know, it's just a guess, but that's what it kind of looks like to me. So this pattern is kind of like, I would say, a brown and black swirl effect. You've got, I think it looks like some reflective elements in there. If that is reflective, this is going to be a banging colorway. But this is what it's supposed to be looking like. And we actually have a release date of September 2021. So anybody else who is excited for this new crazy 350 pattern, I know I am. I think this looks really cool. You can just imagine the potential of this knit with all the swirls. They can add different colors and it could look really cool. So I'm excited for this 350. Sticking with Yeezys, we've got some huge news, guys. Some huge, exciting, crazy good news for me personally. The Yeezy Wave Runner, it is restocking. That is right, the Yeezy Wave Runner. Now it has restocked quite a few times. Like I think these originally released back in 2017 and then they kind of popped up a couple different times, I think on like Adidas exclusive access on the app, etc. But yeah, it is set to release this August, and as you guys know what is happening in August, it's Yeezy Day. So that's what we're kind of putting two and two together and assuming that this is going to be part of Yeezy Day. So far we know that we're getting cloud white reflective 350s, we're getting black statics, we're getting synth reflective 350s, and now we're getting the wave runners and I believe the tail light 350s as well. So we got 5 shoes already, and we still got a long way out from Yeezy Day, so I can imagine a lot more is going to be popping up. Now listen, I never managed to get the wave runners, so I'm super excited for this. Obviously anybody who is maybe holding on to their pairs and you guys wanted to sell it, it may not be the best news for you, but for me, and I think a lot of other people who love this colorway, maybe you just want a fresh pair, it is pretty big news. Now also around that time in August, we've got a new Yeezy colorway coming through, and that is the Yeezy 700 V2, and they're slapping the mauve colorway on this. Of course you guys have seen the Yeezy 700 V1 mauve colorway, where it's like the kind of black and purple colorway with those kind of volt green drops on the sides. Well, yeah, now this is going to be on a V2 silhouette. Now we've seen, I think this happened before with the Inertia 700s, where they made a V1 Inertia and then a V2 Inertia. So they took their time making another colorway of this, but yeah, they're slapping the mauve colorway on here, and this is set to arrive in August as well. So, geez, August is going to be insane. Whatever you've got going in August, you better be prepared for a ton of Yeezys. Of course, we're going to figure out, you know, a lot more silhouettes that are going to be dropping around then, what actual day it is in August that they have the Yeezy Day set to be. But for right now, we're just kind of seeing all of these things pop up, and it is exciting. Now we got one more quick little Yeezy thing. It's not really massive, it's just a little update. It's the Yeezy logo. So the other day, Kanye West and the Yeezy Gap logo, they finalized their legal documents to actually own the rights to this Yeezy Gap logo. So of course, this is something I think we saw tweeted out a while ago, but now it is set in stone, and this is going to be the branding for the Yeezy Gap collaboration. So this is is the YZY in kind of the Gap logo. All it does is really just solidify that the Yeezy Gap collaboration is coming soon. I would imagine this year, and it's all looking to be on set, ready to go for that time. So I thought I'd give you guys just a little bit of an update. It's nothing major, but they have finalized their logo. They've got the rights to it, and we can get excited for Yeezy Gap. Now, if you guys can remember when we were speaking about the off-white dunks when they were coming as the 50 or the 50 pack, and we're pretty much talking about how they're all gray and white with different colored lacings and different colored number plates on them. Well, the 50th color I mentioned in that story was going to be black, and we actually have on foot images. So take a look here. This is what they're going to look like on foot. Again, this is supposed to be fall 2021, so we've got a decent amount of time to wait for this pair of shoes, but if you wanted to see some images of them on foot, here they are. This is probably one of the cleaner ones. I know it's very plain, just all black, but I like this. It's definitely not a bad looking pair of dunks. Pretty plain, but at the same time, sometimes that works. I think this is pretty clean, and if you're excited for more off-white collaboration stuffs, I'm pretty sure you can expect a decent amount to come this year. Another little update on a highly anticipated pair of shoes, and that is the Jordan 4 University Blue. So this pair has been pushed back, and the dates have changed around, and we believed it to be releasing on April the 28th. However, they've popped up on Nike sneakers for April the 21st. So that is this upcoming Wednesday. So it's just a week shift and a shift forwards, which is always good. So yeah, if you missed out on the University Blue Jordan 1s, if you missed out on the Hyper Royal Jordan 1s, well, maybe you can get your hopes up for getting a shot at this pair. I have my doubts for me personally. However, we always got to keep the positive mindset when it comes to these things. We can do it. Whether or not you're going for this pair of shoes, obviously it's a very clean one and a lot of people are going to be going for it, but I did just want to give you guys a little update on the actual date change, just in case, you know, you sleep in on Wednesday and you miss the drop. You guys are not going to be too happy. So a lot of different raffles have gone up for this pair as well, and good luck to everybody going for this pair. We've got some more date changes. These two shoes have been pushed back. So we've got the Nike Dunk Michigan. This one's been pushed back to May the 13th. Again, I'm just trying to update you guys, make sure you guys are prepared. If you didn't know, well, now you know. So this Michigan colorway of the Dunk Low has been postponed again, May the 13th. Also on May the 13th is the Team Green Nike Dunk Low. I actually can't remember when these were supposed to release. Was it this week or next week? But either way, May the 13th, so you can have some catch-up time if you were falling behind a little bit and you were like, oh my god, there's so many shoes dropping, which one should I go for? Well, these are coming next month, so you don't have to worry about these too much. Adidas has really taken their Ultraboost to a whole nother level of iterations. I mean, they have done a 1.0, a 2.0, a 3.0, a 4.0, a 4D version, a million other random versions. Well, now they got a 6.0, going to be debuting this month on April the 22nd. Like, they're really keeping the look of the Ultraboost, but they're slightly changing it up. I don't know necessarily why. Like, surely this can't be a performance thing. Like, you're not getting any more particular performance from different knits. Maybe they're trying to reel some of that hype back in for the silhouette. I don't know if it's working. Certainly the 21s are a dope pair of Ultraboost, but with these just 1.0, 2.0 and all of this stuff, like, it kind of worked back then when it changed it up a little bit, but now I think it's a little bit overplayed. I'm definitely interested. I mean, it's a clean pair of shoes. Like, the cage at the back is certainly different. The knit pattern is certainly different. So I will want to check these out and see if it's maybe stretchier or not. But as far as like, if you've got a bunch of Ultraboost already, I don't think a 6.0 knit pattern is necessarily enough to warrant you upgrading. Now, staying with kind of Ultraboost-ish stuff, this is something that we have been kind of waiting on for a long time. Like, I spoke about this pair of shoes ages ago, like I'm talking last year. So this is the Ultraboost, I think they call it the Futurecraft Loop, and the actual concept of this shoe is really, really cool. They did, I think, like a select rollout where I think they gave away a certain amount of pairs for people to test out. So the Futurecraft Loop is actually made of entirely recycled materials, I believe. Like, when you're done with your pair, you're supposed to give it back to Adidas. They recycle it and it makes a brand new pair of these. So it's a really, really cool concept. concept, and they will finally be available to the public. So April the 22nd as well. I guess this will be the same rollout as the Adidas Ultraboost 6.0, but very, very, very cool concept. Again, made to be remade. That's what you see on the top there in that text. All right, so this is a pretty huge one. So you know your boy Travis Scott. Well, we kind of saw on AIRMAX Day that they were hinting at an AIRMAX 1 Travis Scott collaboration. They didn't really show off the shoe that much. Some kind of, blurry, funky images, but nothing of the complete shoe. And of course, people made their renders. Well, now, listen guys, we don't have just one Travis Scott AIRMAX 1. We got five freaking AIRMAX Travis Scott ones that are going to be coming up this holiday season 2021. So I'll give you a look at these renders. How accurate they are, I don't know. Pirates is usually pretty accurate with the mock-ups, but I don't know. I wouldn't say that this is set in stone. It can always change. There's this one here, which I believe is the actual shoe that we saw on the Nike sneakers account on AIRMAX Day. And then you got this one, which is kind of gray, minty green. Very, very okay. It's not my favorite colorway. This one is pretty much like a darker brown color. You got a very, very green colorway. That's probably my least favorite. And then you got this one, kind of a lilac purplish color with some dark gray as well. And that is the 5, is that 5? Yeah, that's the 5 colorways that are going to be releasing. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not really feeling these color mock-ups as of right now. If it looks pretty different as an actual release, I may like it, but as of right now, I don't know if I'm feeling it too much. Holiday season for 5 different Travis Scott AIRMAX 1s. If you guys were interested in this, I thought it's just pretty left field. Like, what the hell? So 5 colorways of the Travis Scott AIRMAX 1 should be releasing this holiday season. Let me know if you guys are excited for these. Do you guys even like this? These colorways so far? Again, we'll probably just update, and it may look very, very different. Now, Supreme is coming with something from the archives, the AIRMAX 96. And it's featuring these kind of clear plastic stripes or kind of lines on the side of the shoe. I'm just not a big enough fan of Supreme to kind of warrant me really wanting this pair of shoes. And the AIRMAX 96 is okay. It's not my favorite AIRMAX silhouette. It's nothing that I have any ties to, like any nostalgia about or anything like that. So we've got this black colorway. I believe there's going to be a few different colorways that are going to be releasing, but of course this should be coming up very, very soon, sometime in 2021. And of course it would probably get a Nike sneakers release as well, unlike the Dunks. And Nike is trying to solve a pretty big problem, which I think is actually a pretty dope idea. So the Nike Refurbished program is what they're calling it, and it's helping to solve the returns that they get. So essentially any returns of shoes that maybe have been kind of tried on. I know that Nike has quite an extensive returns policy where I think you can actually wear the shoes for like 60 days or something. I don't know, but whenever it gets received by them and they have to decide whether this shoe can actually be sold again or is it just too dirty and they need to chuck it out. So what they're doing is they're actually refurbishing the pairs of shoes and they're putting it in the outlets, which is again another big environmental impact for Nike, and I think they're doing really, really well with this stuff. So in the outlets, I think what you will see is like this little section here where it says the Nike Refurbished, so that you'll have different kind of labels on there saying like new, gently worn, cosmetically flawed, whatever it is you can choose. And I guess the markdowns on the actual retail price will be adjusted depending on how bad or good the condition is of the actual restored pair of shoes. In these images, they're showing people coming in with their Syracuse Dunks and they're looking at an Obsidian Jordan 1 and she's got a pair of Jordan 4s in her hands. I highly doubt this program is going to have these kind of shoes there. I feel like it's just going to be, generic Nike running shoes. I don't think it's going to be these Jordan 1s that you see. I may be wrong, but I just do not see that happening. Got one more story, and this one is probably gonna blow your mind because we're talking some big bucks over here. So if you take a look at this image here, that is a Yeezy Nike or an Air Yeezy, and this one is set to sell for 1 million. So this is actually a pair of Air Yeezys that was worn by Kanye at the Grammys. So I believe Sotheby's is going to be auctioning this off, and let me just reiterate, this hasn't actually been sold for 1 million yet, but it is going to be auctioned for 1 million. So I think once this sells, this is going to be like the most expensive shoe ever. Is that what they're saying? I believe it is. I mean, 1 million or over would be insane. But yeah, obviously Kanye wore them, obviously the Air Yeezy, and obviously this is a very special colorway. Well, I don't know who the hell is going to be paying 1 million for these, but I definitely will update you guys if these actually sell, or actually how much they end up selling for. But that pretty much wraps it up for today, guys. I want to end it off here. Thank you guys so much for coming through, hanging out. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I will catch you all in the next one, but until then,